Okay, so hi everyone, Hrushikesh Kaule here. So after yesterday's session, like introductory session, we will be moving ahead with like understanding more about the basics of for SAP. Okay, so what we are doing is actually we will be hi everyone. Actually, we will be tracking our progress through this website. The domain is rishikeshkaule.com. So here you can come and you can just go through it. Here is our course. Okay. So about this course, now I will just go and log into the course. Okay. And even with the help of this YouTube button, you can just go to the YouTube channel. So everyone who is joining the course will be getting the access to this website. Okay. So here you can go to Rishikesh Kaule LinkedIn. Okay, blogs are not having much things into it, but the main thing is our course. So when I click on this, so here the details for this course is given over here, like when it is starting and all the details. Uh, More about SAP, like just an overview, like whoever is individually coming here and looking after the website, they will understand like what things are there in the course. Okay, and this is the course content starting from here. So we have different chapters. Okay, within this we will be having multiple things. Like suppose I come here. So here we have purchase requisition, RFQ, purchase order, like this. So every drop down is having multiple points within it. Okay, so first we will start with like getting started with SAP, the very basics of SAP. Okay, so about these, like why learn SAP, we have already covered in yesterday's session with this with the help of the slide. And apart from that, like how the course is taught, this also I've explained you in yesterday's session that we will be first going through the industry business process understanding, then to like what how the process are and transactions are executed in SAP, and then we'll move to the configuration part. Okay. Then installing of SAP. Okay, SAP GUI. Actually, instead of writing something here, because it is a practical session, so there is no write-up for this. So to install SAP GUI. So there is a software which is around 1 GB. Okay, so this software will be installed in 1 GB or 1200 MBs. It is called SAP GUI. Okay, on the internet you can just look for it, and you'll get a downloadable link for that, or I will help you in that. But once you download this particular link, and install the software. It is same like a mobile app, I would say, not in the mobile, but in a laptop or a computer system. And once you download and install it, you will be able to access the SAP. To access SAP, you need some details that I will just show you what are the details which are required to access SAP. Okay. So if this is something like there are two ways of doing it. Right now, what I'm showing you is a remote desktop. Okay. So just maybe for now you can skip this. Means if you don't understand also it is fine. I will let you know when I will give you the system access. Okay. So this system is not actually ours. We have got it from someone who provides. We have to pay some money and then they will give it for 1 month, 2 month, or 3 month, whatever we need. So we are accessing another other system from our laptop. Okay. So this is the SAP GUI. Okay. So once you double click on it, so it is already installed in this system. Once you double click on it, you will get a interface like this. Okay, so this is one of the connections which is already maintained. So this system we are going to access. So if you want to mention or add a new connection, you can just go here, connections, and then go to next, and then the server provide like which whatever is the server credentials, okay, system credentials that will be provided to you. Suppose it's a dev system, okay, dev 101 maybe. It can be any number. Then the system ID will be provided, like whichever system you are accessing, the system administrator will provide you the system ID, then instance number, SAP string, router string, and application server. When you enter all the systems over here and click on next and finish, then you will get a line item same like this, okay, which you can see over here. So once you double click on this, now there is a new screen which is a SAP Access. If the credentials or the details which you have entered are wrong, in that case, this screen will not come. There will be a different pop-up message like something has went wrong. Okay. Then here we have client. When we will move to the org structure, how it is maintained in SAP. At that time, we will more understand about the client. Okay. But for now, we have the ID and password, okay, and I'm entering that and the language, okay, it is English, and I click on it. Once I click on this part, I enter on the like SAP Easy Access screen. So here I have this is my home screen, I would say, and there can be a wallpaper like this is I've just minimized it, but any system administrator can add a wallpaper on it. Okay, the company name or company logo, something like this. So to understand this particular screen, here I have this particular bar. Here I can enter my transaction. Suppose ME21N is for creation of purchase order. Once I click that, I'll go to the purchase order screen. Then if I want to go to the base like initial screen, I can just click on this. Okay. Or suppose ME21N is my PO and I want to just go back, I can click /n. Okay, so whichever commands I'm telling you, it is uh, don't worry about it. I'm sure you will not remember right now. It needs a lot of practice, which we are going to do in our sessions, like our homeworks, and after that, you will be easily able to understand or remember the transactions. So need not worry about it. Then when this is for entering the transaction. So is there only one option like entering the transaction? No, because it is not required that everyone should buy hard these transactions. So the another way is like this menu. In this particular menu, like we what we are working is in logistics. So I have clicked on the drop down for logistics and then material master and then purchasing and purchase order, and here we have ME21, okay, or ME21N. We are looking for ME21N, and I can just double click on it and I'll come to the same screen which I have executed from here, entering the transaction ME21N. Okay, so these are the two ways to execute a transaction or to access the transaction. Okay. So apart from this, now what happens is this particular menu, now, as a consultant, uh, like we are sure that these transactions will be feed in your mind while you are doing the practice. But apart from this, many time it happens like some transactions you are not able to recall, maybe you have not used from many days or something like that. So for that, what you can do is you can always refer for RFQ, suppose. So you can always refer and come here and see the transactions or execute it from here. But for the end users, like when you are going to train the end users, so end user want to be fast and they are really not interested on remembering the transaction codes. Okay. So in that time, at that time, what happens is the suggestion is what we have to do is we have to add these transactions in the favorites. Okay, here in the favorite. So how to add it in the favorite? Add to favorite. Once you click on this, okay, I'll just go here. Once you click on this position on an executable, okay, no problem. Let's see. Insert transaction. Okay, I have right clicked on it and now I can do ME21N and I can just click enter on it. So you can see here is the favorite. So whenever someone will come and come to their home screen, so they don't need to go through the all the drop downs and select the transaction. Instead of that, this is the favorite. So favorites will be like they will just come and this will be open for them. They will just execute it. So this is when end users they already have access for hardly 4 5 transactions maybe. So in that case, they can for them you can just make a manual or you can just show them how to add it to favorite and they can add it over here. Okay. So these are the ways to access the transaction. So this was some basic about like SAP GUI. Okay. And now what we will do is after this, like we have seen how to install, how is the look and feel of SAP GUI. Okay. And what is transaction? We call also it is called as transaction code. Okay. So that these things you'll understand when we start learning. You'll memorize when we start learning. Apart from this interface, there is one more interface which is SAP Fury. Okay, so when SAP has upgraded their system from ECC to S/4HANA, which happened from 2015, I would say, and there is one more interface which is a web-based interface. You don't need to install any software for this and you can just have one link and with the help of this one link uh, mm, you can reach or you can access SAP Fury. So there is like SAP Fury link will be provided by your system administrator and you can access it. Now just I will go to a screen. Okay, and here I will just enter. Oh, maybe I think we cannot copy it from here. No problem. I'll just copy this and go back and I'll come to the new screen. Okay, so this is a trial account from SAP. So there is one video how to access this. This is a link. You just need to come here and click on this, and you need to create your uh, SAP user ID. Okay, it is very simple. So I'm entering my user ID and password over here, and we will be able to access the trial system. So this is just for trial. You can come here, practice. It is free. Okay, basically, it is provided by SAP. I'm just executing it. Password. Okay. So Fury is the latest interface, and here you can see a lot of things, okay, which will help you, which helps actually the customer to understand more about, um like it has changed the way you look for in GUI. It was the interface was not that good, and in Fury, like the charts, the tables, all of these things are really very good. The interface is really very good. So just a minute, because I'm entering things. Okay, I've not opened it from few days. So see. So this is a this is a type of screen which we can see in Fury. Okay. So once you click on this particular screen like this, and these we call this square boxes as tiles. Okay. Each tile has different function. If there is a purchase order, so it will be written as purchase order, and there will be one tile. So here you don't have any facility to enter any code like ME21N or something like this. You can just enter purchase order here in the search, and you will get that particular tile. Yeah. Or it will be already displayed on your screen. Okay, so it is so easy to execute. Now in the coming time, or now also, everyone is moving to Fury. Like whoever has the previous version of GUI where they were executing everything. So the end users or the companies has adopted Fury, and they are using everything on Fury from last few years. So what we are going to learn is the latest thing, which is SAP Fury. But this particular interface, SAP GUI, is basically used for the configurations right now. So we can do in GUI, we can do the configuration, which is designing of system, which is done by the consultant, and also the transactions can be executed by the end user. Okay. And the Fury gives very few features, very few apps or tiles for configuration. It is very limited, but the end user can execute all the reports, transactions in the Fury screen. Okay. So whenever we are learning, what we are going to do, we are going to learn the transaction, how it is executed in SAP GUI and as well as in SAP Fury. So that if you start working in a company and they are using the older version, so you know that also. And if they are using a new version, which is S/4HANA, so you know this also. Okay. So this is the thing. Then we have SAP library. Okay. So SAP Fury app library is SAP Fury app library. So just you can enter this. This is Google will take you to this particular screen. So here, what we were discussing about the tiles, okay, the tiles, which is this one, these small tiles, okay. So these are like whatever is provided by SAP. So you can go here. It is called tiles. It is called Fury apps. It is called apps. Okay, all of the things. So you can just come here and search for whichever transaction you want, purchase order. So now when you click on search, So system will give you all the transactions related to transactions or tiles related to purchase order. Okay. So you have to see like now the details. Like if I go here in display purchase order. So here what system is showing, the most important is the app ID. So every particular app like display purchase order is having app ID. Okay. If you go to any other app, so it has a different app ID. So in technical terms, it is tile is identified with app ID. Okay. So whenever you tell someone as a consultant, you tell a Fury as a MM consultant, you are speaking to a Fury consultant or a basis consultant, mainly Fury for tile activation. So at that time you have to mention the app ID number. Okay, this particular number to that particular the Fury consultant, so that he understand. He will also come here and check for this app, this ID. Okay, so I can just directly enter the ID over here and search. So if there is a new launch by SAP and you come here, you see, okay, this particular application, it was not there. Suppose this one was not there before, and now you can see it is available here. So available means what? Like there is S4 HANA and S4 HANA Cloud. There are two types of system. Okay, in that versions, like this is S4 HANA 2023. Okay, so just released this year. So some apps maybe they are obsolete or they are present in the previous version, and SAP has discontinued it. It is not released for the latest version. So you can just go here and see for which previous versions it is available. Like we also have SAP S4 HANA 1609. Okay, for that version, this particular app is not available. So this you need to understand. It is like whatever you can see here. So just come here and see whichever is your SAP Fury system version, and you can check here whether this application is present for your version. So how to see version and all these things we are going to learn in coming time. So this was one. Then the device type where this app can be used is desktop and tablet. Then the app ID. Then the details about this app, like what, like if it's a new app, so no one, the consultants are not aware like what is this app used for. So you can just come here and read it, understand it. What is the use of this app? What are the key features? So you get a good idea. Okay, because like just by this much of write-up you get a good idea because you are a consultant, you know about the process. Okay, so these are screens which they have given like how the app looks, because not everyone is having access to SAP. So you can just come here and understand, okay, these are the graphs, these are the charts, the tabular format. We are going to learn this when we learn Fury applications. So all of these things you can just come here and understand. Okay. So this is about the library. You have not for MM, but for all modules, you have all apps over here. Okay. Then we will come to the next subject. Like we have logged in into the system, right? So there is SAP here we logged in. So while we logged in into the system, I'll just go back over here. I'll double click on this. Okay, so here you can see 100. Okay, here it is not written, but usually because this is a test system. But if you go and go to a client and see client system, so what you can observe over here, it will be written 100 development. Then 100 conf 110 configuration, 120 sandbox. Okay, and like this it will be written. Okay, so if you enter 110, then you have to know the password for 110 and you can go into that system. So what happens is there are different type of systems or it's a system architecture, I would say. There is development, quality, and production. So development is an environment where we do all kind of configurations, and if some development is to be done, means a new transaction is to be developed. So the coding will be done in development system. Okay. The second is quality. So whenever whatever we develop, configure in development, we move it to quality. There is a way how to move it to another system. That also we are going to learn. So once the movement is done, after that in quality you can just test whether the functionality what you were expecting for what you have done the configuration, whether it is working fine. And if there is a problem, you can again go to development, make some changes, again bring it to quality and test it. So this is the way. And for testing, it is like whatever is developed, primary testing we do, and then we provide the like we send it for user testing to our client customer. And then once they confirm that okay, testing is done, all good, then we move it to production. So there are three layers of system: development, quality, and production. Production is like wherever it is a live system where every end user is entering some data, some transactions, maybe purchase orders, they are posting the GRNs, these things. In quality, we do have access to all transactions, but it is a quality system. It is not a live system. Production is the live system, and all the transactions in production will be considered as valid. Okay. So we are going to understand more about this, okay, in coming time when we more go into SAP. Okay. Then, like now it is implementation methodology. There are two types of methods how implementation is done. Like your customer is looking for to implement SAP and how it is done. The methodologies for that. Okay. Then I will be explaining like from the day one what is done in implementation, okay, till the go live and after go live support. So we are going to go thoroughly within it. We are going to see the documentations. Like this is just an explanation, but if you see implementation document, so here it is blueprint, end user manuals, KDS document, functional specification for developments. So all these documents we are going to see, go through it. We are going to learn what are the important things within the documentation. So here it is written something about document, some write-up about documentation, and if you click here, here is the actual document. So the document is prepared. This is the index. So this is like we use this template for our implementations. Okay. And going forward, there are more details about it and what is purchase order, requisition, then goods, master data, how it is created. So one of the things like we will also see here, this is you have to prepare in the your implementation and you have to provide it to your client. So how to prepare and everything in detail about this document we are going to learn. I just want to show a process flow. So one of the process flows like these are these we need to uh, like prepare, like purchase requisition, then what happens if yes, then it goes to the next stage, if no, it is get rejected till the end. So that a layman or not a layman, I would say the person now who will be going through the document, he understands the obviously he understands the flow chart very quickly rather than reading a write-up. The same thing is written over here, but reading doesn't give that feel, and it takes a time to understand. Okay, so this is a 79 pages document. So I would like to tell you this whole document word to word is prepared by myself. Okay, so when you go to implementation, you also have to do this. So there are few more documents. We ourselves we have to prepare this document. And yes, if you come here, so if I go here in domestic, or I would say in purchase requisition, just to show you how this is a path, okay, to reach or to execute the purchase requisition. These are the transactions related to purchase requisition, and these are the Fury applications which are related to purchase requisition. So we are going to go through each transaction and understand everything in the transaction which is required for a consultant, and then the Fury applications we are going to go and understand in detail. So this happens with for each process. This is import, different process as I mentioned yesterday, domestic import service, subcon, STO, auto purchase order, inventory management, and then we move to the configurations. So this is the way we are going to learn. So yeah. So any questions, please let me know your questions as much if you have, and I can answer it over here. Otherwise, yeah, surely this is my number 315. We can connect. You can just call me on it, or you can text me on WhatsApp on this, and we can discuss more about like how it works for you. Okay, so great. Hope you liked it. And the course goes for almost 30 to 33 sessions in 2 months. We cover the whole portion. Okay. And please, whoever is new, please go to yesterday's session and understand more about the beginning of this. Okay. So we will start our batch from day after tomorrow, which is Tuesday. So by today, tomorrow, you can call me, and don't be late. Like you'll call me on Tuesday after the session. This should not happen. From Tuesday, we will not go YouTube live, and we'll go on the private sessions on Google. I will be taking the sessions, live sessions. Okay. Fine. Thank you, everyone. Please let me know if you have any queries, any doubts. Bye bye.